There's a bunch of people that, back in high school or like even a little bit afterward be like doubting me. And now they're, on it saying like, yo, bro, I really feel like you can do something. But I don't feel like the blue check mark, changed me or anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm still the same person. I just feel like, you know, I ranked up in their world or whatever you want to
In their world.
call it.
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, can you hear me?
It's good, bro.
Good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling right now. Having
Yeah.
a chill day. Yeah.
Nice. Well, for everybody watching, we're here on the first episode of the Creative Hills podcast on Zoom for the first time. Actually, this is the first time I'm trying this out, so I'm trying to see how all this goes. Honestly, before I've been like kind of against it because I didn't really know what the quality would be like, but it's not too bad, and I'm starting to see like more people do it, and I feel like it's a good opportunity to tap into people that I wouldn't be able to, otherwise.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And right now, so today, like our guest for the day is actually over here, the one and only J-Minu. How
So yeah.
man? First of all, like you're from Corpus Christi, Texas. Like, how much do you think that's influenced like you and your music, like being from there?
It's a big. I mean, it's not a huge music scene over here, but there is a lot of artists and like a lot of festivals that we have that go on. And I've been around that since I was small. My whole family, too, like singing at church. My grandpa, he makes music himself. I have producers in Houston. I've been around. I was recording at the same studio as Ian Dior. I learned how to mix and master from his engineer, so I've been able to learn a lot from just being around the area.
Gotcha. Is a lot of the new stuff that you make all that's mixed by you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you
Definitely.
definitely figured out a way to be resourceful and not rely on anybody. Like you just figured that in order to make things work and to be able to put out music and play all day and make whatever you want, like you took control of that, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. It just feels like freedom. Like I feel like not nothing against going to someone else's studio or anything like that, but I just feel more comfortable, knowing what I want. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is everything okay on your end? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. What the
Nah, yeah, that's dope. Growing up, like, what do you think, or who do you think were like your biggest inspirations in getting into music and all that?
I would say All American Rejects, and just a bunch of other like punk rock bands. I'm really into that like rock, and the sound that it's coming to now is mixing with the whole rap scene. And the first time I heard that was through Juice WRLD, and at first I was like, man, I don't know if I like this, and then
Yeah,
it grew on me. I started listening to Juice WRLD like every day. Post Malone. It was just, I don't know, it was something that grew on me and I really liked it. So I started doing it myself.
fuck with that. So you really fuck with pop, rock and punk rock and all that. Would you say that came a lot before in your life, before rap music at all?
Yeah, definitely. Like even before I even knew what the genre was, like I was just like, dude, this gives me a good feeling. Like I feel like it's summer like all the time. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, what kind of music is this? And I don't know. I really love that. I loved it from the beginning.
Yeah, that came late for me. Like one of my ex roommates, he used to be like a really dope pop or I guess rock artist, indie rock artist. And from him, he exposed me to going all to like all these live shows that he would have across town, and all like backyard shows to like bigger shows and stuff like that. Was that something that you went to like growing up over there in Texas? Was there any of that at all?
Uh, I wouldn't say that I've been to a lot of like concerts and stuff like that. Definitely, like YouTube was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not able to go, then I would just watch all the live shows because like I
Mm.
feel like recording and doing a show live are two
Yeah.
different things. Like
Yeah.
it's just the experience is awesome, but growing up, I didn't really have much, so and I didn't have a lot of money to like just go to like whatever concert and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you know, I would just watch it on YouTube or hear other people's experiences, what they felt whenever they were there.
But what about like house shows and like private, like more smaller, at a smaller scale, like the local music scene? Were you fucking with all that?
Yeah, like underground artists and stuff, like around the area. I would say at
Yeah,
the university, there was a lot of like live shows there that they would have in like at the cafeteria or like at at the gym and stuff. And I would love going there because like even like the metal stuff, man, they would have like mosh pits and stuff. And I was like, bro, I don't care what kind of music it is. Like I'm just gonna go jam.
yeah. I remember at one point, like I used to be deep. Like I grew up on like R&B and like rap music, basically, and then up until like later on, till meeting my friend, I didn't know anything about that culture. So I remember thinking like mosh pits. I was like, it's low key kind of dumb, and I wasn't really about that. I was like, that's low key kind of dumb at the point. I was like, they're just over here like fucking punching each other and shit. But then the moment I went to like an actual concert of that energy, I realized, oh shit, like this is a vibe. Like everybody's just trying to have fun at the end of the day. Everybody's just going with the energy of the music, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel you on the whole R&B and stuff, man. Like I would listen to a lot of that as well. Kanye and Drake and all of them were like big inspirations as well. So like I would listen to like pretty much everything.
Mhm. So it's crazy how I stumbled upon you. Like I was just on a live stream the other night, and you just happened to be on there getting your music played, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's dope!" Like they played a lot of I think they played a few like two or three of your songs, and I just remember that after looking into you, you had just released your song that day, and I realized like how much just from that it tells me, let alone of everything, it lets me know that you're really like out here looking for every place you can get seen, every place you can get heard. Like you're really hustling and trying to make something happen, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's been a hustle from selling all my shoes to just
Mm.
going out there and passing out like flyers and getting with a manager and seeing what's the best thing that we can do to really get out there. I literally had a catalog of like maybe like 70 songs, and all of that got scrapped due to like wanting to actually do it professionally, like actually want to get together, get a game plan together, and try to make something happen. So yeah, been crazy. It's been pretty
Like you
crazy.
have to let go of all the songs where you were like, is like, I feel like there's good songs or there's decent songs where you're like, you're probably like, all right, this is cool, but it's not like there, or it's not where I want to go. And a lot of times like it's weird because it's kind of like an ego thing, or like detaching yourself and being like, okay, like these songs serve their purpose, but now it's like it's on to the future. Now it's like from here, it's only like the bar is this high, and you can only go up from there, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I always compare it to like hoarding. Like it's hard to let go of
Yeah,
like
facts.
stuff
Yeah.
that doesn't even matter that much. But at the end of the day, you really gotta clean up yourself and find what's best for you.
True, true. So your song Day by Day, how'd that come about?
Honestly, like I got together with one of my producers, Michael Warren. He's out in Seattle right now, and
Mhm.
he was like, "Yo, bro, I seen that you trying to get into like an alternative hyper pop like sound, so like mix it together." He was like, "Check this one out." He sent me a few of them, and that one stood out the most. Like lyrics were just coming to me, like I was just like, "Whoa, man!" Like I had a like crazy feeling. I had a crazy feeling with it. Oh my gosh, I had a crazy feeling with it, and I was just like, "Man, I guess I'm gonna record to it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if I don't know, this is awesome. It's probably one of the best songs I've made so far.
Nice. Like the more you get into it, does everything just get easier from here? Do songs just flow more natural? Like, does it take you? Are you able to write multiple songs in a day? Is it like one song a week? Like, how's the process for you at the moment?
I feel like when I'm writing, it becomes repetitive. But when I'm able to go from like punch to punch, I'm really able to dig into my mind and find out what I'm thinking about at the moment. So like, I don't rely on writing as much anymore. I just rely on what I'm thinking about. So like, I noticed that when I do write, like I said, it gets repetitive and like I'm just been straying away. But I do want to enhance my writing skills, like
Mhm.
here on out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
get better at that. So that
Mhm.
way, that's not a problem for me. But yeah, I would say that things are easier and they just feel smoother now.
Mhm. That's dope. So over here in LA, like it since everybody's pretty much out here, like there's a blue check on every corner, like every like a lot of people out here are verified. But I'm guessing in Texas, like or at least in your city, I'm guessing there's not that many people that like it's not one person on every corner that's verified. Like when that moment came for you, did you see certain things change or people started to switch up or being like, hey, how's it, hey, like treating you a little nicer?
Yeah, definitely, man. There's a bunch of people that, back in high school or like even a little bit after would be like doubting me. And now they're, on it saying like, yo, bro, I really feel like you can do something. But I don't feel like the blue check mark, changed me or anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm still the same person. I just feel like, you know, I ranked up in their world or whatever you want to
In their world.
call it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it helps. Like at the end of the day, like certain people are more likely to get back to you and stuff like that. So in that sense of the space, I feel like it comes in handy a lot. But at the end of the day, it's not everything. Like there's people that that have verification and they're not really doing much, or they're barely getting. They're like a check can only do so much for you. So I feel like it's how you use everything that you have, whether it's connections or everything in this game in the music industry. Like you really have to. There's so many areas that come across. Like for you, what does your day to day look like right now?
Day by day is going really smoothly right now. We're about to hit Discover Weekly. We're on 23 popularity or something like that. So like I think the standard is like to be at 20. We're
Mm.
at 23, so we just hit Discover Weekly, and we got 5K in 5 days. So hopefully it'll start doubling here in the next few days. We'll
And
we'll retouch
was that 5K
100K.
from other playlists or?
That's actually from ads that we've been running, as well as smaller playlists for indie artists and stuff like that. We didn't land any editorial at the moment, but
Mm.
I do feel like if we do land, or when we do land Discover Weekly, it'll open up a lot of like it'll expand into hopefully editorial playlists in the future.
Gotcha. No, that's dope, man. Like as of now, with everything going on, like how have you seen COVID as a blessing? Have you personally been affected by it in negative ways? Like how has that experience been for you?
I feel like it's a blessing and a curse because I'm able to focus on my craft, but as as for like doing live shows and like being able to connect with people and stuff like that, it's very limited at the moment. Because I mean, like right now I do my own stuff as well as I have artists that will come through and make their music as well. And I love doing that. It's my passion. Like audio engineering, recording, like whatever it is, like I just love music. So, you know, at the same time, it's been kind of rough because I haven't had the clientele that I did have for
Yeah,
my side hustle. You know what I mean? Like for the music and being able to save and invest. So but at the same time, I've been able to focus on myself more and make more music that I want to.
got you. Okay, so you definitely engineer for a lot of people or other people besides yourself. So you always have other musicians in the room and stuff like that, which I think is dope. So I've noticed I have a lot of other engineer friends that at one point they made music, either they produced or they were like their own artist, and eventually they realized, or maybe I don't know, for some reason they either liked engineering more or they figured that's the way to get the bag, or they realized that's what they're good at. For you, you're obviously taking the artist route. That's more of your side hustle. But was there ever a point or a doubt in your mind where you were like, maybe I should just stick to engineering?
No, honestly, engineering came after the whole fact that I was an artist. You know what I mean? Like it was something that I picked up along the way. So
Hmm.
I would say that it was just something on the side that I'd be like, I can use this. I can use this for, help myself and
Hmm.
my music and invest and be able to just enhance that area. But no, I've never really thought about, doing fully going in on audio engineering
Hmm.
only because like I'm not really too fond of that area and like getting that into like getting in touch with like bigger artists and being like, hey bro, like let me do some vocals for you. It would be more like, hey bro, like let's get on a song together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's more of my area.
got you. No, yeah. So throughout the whole process, like around, so I realized you started off making music pretty early, right? Like you were like 16 or something.
Yeah, 16.
Eventually, like at what point were you like, okay, like I'm actually pretty good? Like, was it actually like, or I could actually do something? Because I feel like most people it starts off as a hobby. There's very few people that were from day one. They're like, I want to be a fucking star. Like for you, how did it start off as? Did it start off like I could actually do something, or was it from day one just like let's get it?
No, dude, from day one, like it was actually pretty bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know my sound. I was rapping. I had no idea what I was doing, man. I was going to like local, studios that were like, open to, recording me and stuff. And so I was going, and in my mind, I'm learning more as I go. Uh, I'd always bring my best friend with me, Joey, and he would help me out a lot, just with my confidence and being able to ride, and just learning and using my voice better than I was when I first started. So, I started getting a lot of negative feedback, and I was already at the point where I was like, man, like, music ain't for me then, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? But he was there like, yo, bro, you just never know. You just haven't found your song yet. So, I kept trying, got better, and I had released a song called Backburn. Um, it was a remix to Blueberry Fago by
Okay.
Lil Mosey.
Mm.
Yeah, so I had done that. I released it, and I actually reached 1 million streams on it. And I requested to be verified on Instagram. Got verified. Everything was going great, man. And then just some legal issues with the producer and everything. So everything got taken down. Everything started going downhill, and I was just like, man, like, again, I don't know if this music stuff's for me. I was
Mm.
already feeling like I was up on the top of the world, and then the next day I'm just not anymore. So um, I got in touch with my manager, and he's been helping me out a lot. We found my strength and what we want to go with, and
Mm.
this is where we're at right now, man. I feel really good about this song, and
Nice.
70 songs later, we're
Yeah.
back to square one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of songs that got buried along the way that have actually been on like Spotify and other places then, huh?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Uh, for you, like from around what time was it when you finally realized that, okay, like I'm actually getting somewhere with this, like I'm actually pretty good, like people are actually tuning in? What was that breakthrough moment for you? And I know that I mean, like you're starting all over, and you're putting out your first track right now, but was there a moment specifically where you were like, okay, like everything started changing, you're like, I found my sound, I think I could actually uh aside from that Lil Mosey remix?
It was a little before the Lil Mosey. I was recording off of my phone.
Mm.
I was using GarageBand on my phone, and people were like, "Bro, like, what is this? Like, this song's good. Like, where'd you record it at?" And I was like, "On my phone, bro." Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were tripping out. So I felt like at that moment, I was thinking like, I need to open my own little studio. I need to like, get all the equipment and stuff, and
Mm.
like really take this seriously. And so
Mm.
yeah, I feel like at that exact moment, I just wanted to take this serious. To be honest, it feels good when you're able to hear, you know, something nice. Yeah, you're not gonna hear it all the time, but I mean, you take what you can, and just use that as motivation.
Yeah, true. For like anybody watching right now, like honestly, like that's some real stuff that you've been sharing. Like not everybody, like very, very, very few amount of people are like talented and great from day one. Like most people suck for the longest, and it's really like that persistence and just being able to keep going, keep going. Like even moments, like you said, like there was definitely moments that you were like, this might not be it. Like I might like doubts in our head of like, maybe I'm just wasting my time. Maybe I should be doing this, especially like when you're like in that high school phase of like, you see all your friends getting married, going to college and all this stuff,
Yeah,
or having kids. And it's just like all these things happening, and you're just like questioning yourself at like, am I really about to do this? And it's just like sticking to it and just believing that everything will work out in the end.
yeah, definitely not. I agree with that.
Yeah. At the moment, like who are some features that you want to be working with in the near future? Like, are there any like either local artists or bigger artists out there that you're trying to connect with at the moment?
Right now, I'm really trying to get closer to the Jeremy Zucker team.
Mm.
Um, my manager's really close with his team, so like I want to get a feature from him. Uh, Aries has also been a big target of mine.
Mm.
I'm really into his music and his style, how he's able to bend, genres and make it
Yeah.
into his own. Breakins has been, he broke through a barrier with just one song and getting on a music video with Overcast. I
True.
really want to like do something with Overcast. Overcast has been an awesome inspiration for me as well. And then Eric DOA. Eric DOA just, I feel like he came out of nowhere and he's just been turning it up lately. So I feel like that'd be a pretty cool collaboration with to
Yeah.
do.
That would be sick, honestly. Yeah, Overcast is definitely, I've seen them around a lot, and they're just getting bigger and bigger, and working with a lot of the artists that are on there. Like they're all blowing up together, and I think that's dope. You know, when you can really get a community going, and just everybody helping each other out in one way or another and showing support. I think that's real. And at the end of the day, like a lot of people treat all this music stuff as competition, but I think the ones that succeed the most are really the ones that treat it like as a friend or some kind of friendly competition, or more of like of uh, I don't know, just like friendly, yeah, just friendly competition, not necessarily being against everybody. I feel like if you can show love, you'll get love back in the same way.
It's like using your talents to help others, like what
Mm-hmm.
you like and what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. If you weren't doing music, is there anything else that you think that you'd probably be doing?
Uh, I don't know. I like drawing. I don't
Mm.
know, an artist maybe, or even like an athlete or something. you know, I love basketball when I was in high school, man. That was my thing.
How tall are you, bro?
I'm 6'1" right now, so like I don't know, maybe playing some like semi-pro league or something. It'd
Yeah.
be pretty dope. Uh, let's see, any other things, man? Probably just I don't know. This whole like I'm like really into the whole curator stuff, man. Like getting playlists together and helping out other artists. Like
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like I think that'd be pretty dope to like have a full-time job as being a curator and actually like listening to music as a job. That's pretty dope, to be honest. Or a songwriter, man. Like you know what I mean?
Mm.
Being able to write music for other artists and stuff. Pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the line, like you're doing music right now, but do you see a bigger play down the road? Like, say, most musicians build themselves up until they're like 40, and then after 40, or like a good example is like Logic. Logic, he did a lot within the rap community. He had his show, and then he's still doing it right now, but now he's focused on big like other things. He's has shows, his cartoons, and all that. Like eventually down the road, do you happen to know where you kind of want to go down the road?
I would like to have my own like brand to where like I can bring like artists onto my team and like help them grow. You know what I mean? Like and also like maybe even like getting into like acting and stuff, having my own like theater or something, you know what I mean? Like having people come out and act for me or something.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't really know. Music has been a big impact on me, and
yeah.
I don't really see myself going into really anything else
Mm.
other than like maybe like I said, acting or you know having other artists under me as
Yeah.
well, like Travis
Yeah.
Scott. You know, he has like Don Toliver and stuff.
Mm, yeah. No, that's true. Right now, like everybody has a lot of free time, depending. But are you watching a lot of shows and stuff like that at the moment?
I would say, dude, like literally, I've been so behind on like shows and stuff. Like, I've been wanting to watch all of Naruto, and I haven't been able to. And like, that's my first show, so like, I've been wanting to finish that. And on top of that, like, I'm a big like 2K player, so like, I'll be playing 2K on my PS5, like, pretty much. I don't know, like maybe like 3 hours or so. It's toxic,
That's
but
dope.
yeah, man, it's just
Uh, during your music process and everything, like where do you mostly see yourself getting inspiration from? Like, do you, when you're writing songs, is it mostly how you're feeling in that moment? Is it like, do you go back in the past and remember what's happened, or like where do you usually draw inspiration for everything?
it depends on the feeling that I'm having when I'm making the song, to be honest. Because
Mm.
like there's sometimes that I can be feeling like sad or happy, but like I don't know, I just feel like that sometimes beats give me certain feelings. So like I want to be able to, contrast it and make it sound really good. You know what I mean? The best that it can be. So I'd say like my inspirations would be my feelings, but also like the difference. Like, what else can what's the other side of that? You know what I mean? Like not always what you're feeling, but like what are other people feeling? I mean, what is it that other people are going through that you can talk about that they can,
Yeah,
uh, gravitate towards?
that's real. Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel like the more relatable you can put it in, I admire a lot of other dope artists out there that story tell. Like, they're not necessarily rapping about or making songs about their own stuff, but sharing other people's stories, and I think that's powerful a lot too. For you right now, with music, like, is there, at the end of the day, are you trying to, is everything autobiographical? Are you trying to push a story? Are you trying to push a narrative? Are you trying to share a message? At the end of the day, what's the biggest thing that comes from you through your music, do you think?
I feel like there's a message behind everything, but if you're not pushing it the right way, then you're not giving off the right message. So I just want to give off the right message because I feel like some people don't know what it is that they're wanting to do. But I guess I'd like to keep it more of like a behind the scenes, like secretive. You know what I mean? Like so that way it gives the listener an idea. You know what I mean? So that way they don't know exactly what it is that I'm trying to do. But I don't know. Maybe they'll find out later after I die, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Right now, social media is still like the biggest thing for artists, and still going to be the biggest thing for everybody for a while. And I think it's here to stay. Right now, what are you mostly focusing your time on? Like, is it Instagram, Twitter? Are you on the TikTok scene? Like, what's the biggest thing for you?
Dude, I tried TikTok, man, but like honestly, like I just feel like it's so like in my end cringy. My manager doesn't see that. He's like, you need to be on TikTok, but it's like I feel like, man, it's not me. You know what I mean? And I have a lot of people like that know me like really personally and closely. They'll be like, yeah, it's not you. Maybe you can, let your music speak for itself, and there'll be people that will use your music for their TikToks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I feel like that's where I'm sitting right now, and Instagram has been a big help. It's pushed me, to a broader audience and being able to get more exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like Instagram is like my main
Your
my
main
main platform right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's dope. For any up and coming like musician artists watching right now, like what kind of advice would you give for them if they're starting out right now in this day and age?
I would say don't focus on too much about what other people say unless it's someone that you can really trust. You
Mm-hmm.
know, just go with what you're not. You can't always follow what your gut is saying, but just go with what you feel is right because you know what is right and what's wrong. So like, just go with what feels right. Do your music, do what you got to do, and surround yourself with the right people because at the end of the day, those are the people that are gonna be with you. Whenever if you make it, if whenever you're making music, and just keep your head right. Don't let yourself flood. Um, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Like I feel like the people around you are very important right now. Your team, how big is it? Is it just you and your manager at the moment?
Me, my manager, my girl, and my best friend right now. I have a couple of artists in mind that if things do take off, I would love for them to come along and I would have songwriting credits with them, and gain some relationships and get
Mm-hmm.
them out there as well. I want to help them out as well.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like even though there's only you're the face of it, like at the end of the day, there's so many pieces involved, and I think that's another big thing that a lot of people don't see is that just every helping hand, at least as long as it's not someone that's like trying to sabotage you or anything, but every helping hand makes a difference. Like they're really like important pieces to the puzzle. And if you could have everyone working on something, it takes away a lot of the pressure or a lot of the tasks that you need to take on. And it opens you up to be able to make more music. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And going back to the whole team thing that you're talking about, like I feel like surrounding yourself with the right people is just very like necessary because like the way the world is going, like nowadays it's just a lot of like you said backstabbing and stuff. So like you just never know, and it's pretty tough. But I mean, what can you do? It's just the world.
yeah, no, that's facts. What scares you, bro? Like today and age, like aside from like getting the virus or anything, like is there any things that scare you out in life or that you're like whether it's not doing something, whether it's something happening to you, whether it's I don't know, just is there something that scares you at the moment?
Dying without being able to reach my dreams. That'd probably be my biggest fear because
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't know what happens after in the afterlife or if what happens after we die. But you know, I just feel like if I'm able to do what I want to do or what I've been dreaming about, that would be the most to me, like before I die.
Mm-hmm. Well, that man. How's everything been with family, like them seeing your progress and all this journey that you've been on, like have they been supportive at all? Has it been hard? Are they still barely catching on to what's going on? Like, how's that?
They're so supportive, man. I love them so much. They've been so supportive of me since day one. Anything that I do, and they've just been awesome. Uh, I feel like at first maybe a little bit they were like kind of like hesitant, like, hey, you should go to school and you should do this, but they finally like I guess not like learn, because like obviously they teach us more, but they just caught on to like the fact that this is what I want, and they're not really gonna be able to like change my mind because of how set I am on it.
Mm.
So yeah, they've been great, man. But it's just tough with the whole virus and stuff going on. Like I just want to be able to like not distance myself, but I don't want to end up being the reason why they get sick, or why they,
Yeah.
if they were to pass on or whatever. That would be like the worst thing for me.
Yeah. How's Texas right now? Is everybody staying safe out there? Like out here, for example, in LA, like the city is pretty strict, but as far as like influencers and all these other people, they're still like out and about having parties and doing whatever the fuck they want. And it's tough because I get it. I see both sides. It's like part of it is like we're all just trying to live. We're all just trying to enjoy it, and then the other part of it's like, but we're still trying to be safe, and it's that yin and yang, that dilemma. Like, how's everything over there in Texas?
Oh, it's crazy, bro. We just got hit with like I don't know, blizzard storm or something. I, I mean, I'm not used to that, so like it was like crazy cold for like a whole week. So I mean that kept everyone inside, or most of them. Some people are still crazy enough to go out and try to test their luck.
Mhm.
But um, yeah, man, I just feel like people should just be cautious, and if they're gonna go out, stay safe and not do anything stupid, because we're not promised tomorrow. We don't know what tomorrow holds, and so just be just be cautious in everything that you do. You know what I mean? You
True.
just never know what can happen,
True. That's
especially with like I said, the way the world's going, and this whole all the viruses and stuff that's going on is just crazy.
facts. So what can we expect from you for the rest of the year, bro? Do you have any more singles or music videos in the works? Like what can we expect for the rest of the year?
Expect an April release. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know any date or details like that. I do have a song in mind,
Mm.
and it was previewed in my pre-save contest uh, announcement. So if anyone was in here that was able to check it out, um, I mean that's the next song, and then we're in the talks of maybe getting an EP done after that. So do be expecting a lot more music. Right now, I want to get as much out there as possible, because I don't want to be limited. I don't want people to be like, oh, well, we want more music. You know what I mean? Like, how come you only have one song out? So
Yeah.
really trying to get more music out there.
Nice. Nice, man. Well, I hope everything really goes your way. Like, I hope uh, your music gets heard on by the masses. I really do. And it's just the beginning. Like, so far from what I've heard, like that's like what I've heard is dope from you, and I really think you have the potential to do a lot, man. For everybody watching, like, where can everybody go follow you at?
It'll be the real J-Minus on Instagram. That's pretty much on everything, every platform. Just look up the real J-Minus, even on PlayStation if they want to, grind up on Call of Duty or something. Up to y'all, but yeah, it's gonna be on everything. The real J-Minus. Check me out. Music every other month. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Before we go, like, do you have a message for all your supporters or everybody watching? Like, any final words?
Just want to say thank y'all, because like I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without y'all, and just keep going, whatever you're doing, whatever it is. Don't give up.
Awesome. Love that, man. Well, it was awesome talking to you today, bro. And for everybody watching, make sure you guys go hit J-Minus up on his Instagram. If you guys have any questions for him or anything, feel free to hit him up. And also for the Creative Hills, if you guys like this, like, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and just everything keeps going, And I look forward to seeing both of our growth, from here on out, just seeing what comes up on about, man. But let's definitely keep in touch, and I hope everything goes well, man.
Appreciate you, man. Definitely, man. I'm gonna keep in touch and be watching all your podcasts, whatever you drop, man. Be watching it.
Appreciate that, man. Man, all right, man. Well, thanks. Talk to you later, bro.
Take it easy, man.
Peace.